Alright guys, Psycommu here, and today we'll be trying out the Psycommu over on the JB version because I want to do kind of like a comparison as far as how good this unit is compared to some relative release. So I am going to compare this one probably with Unicorn, even though they're not the same color typing, but they are pretty much the same role, being a generic type unit. Pretty much the same level, not much difference as far as the skill rating right there. Have equipment, so that's obviously pretty good. The other one with that we will kind of have like a benchmark for is going to be the full Bernier GPO1. Roughly about the same level, do have some equipments, but not the best because I honestly didn't farm too much, right? So we have that. And this one, I did put this one at 22 for the skill rating. I mean, like, I was trying to see if I can beef it a little bit more because I initially intended to use it on this team right here. I think this team right now will be a little bit of an overkill as far as like doing some kind of like damage comparison, or even, I don't know, I feel like for the Psycommu Zaku is the damage output will never be up there as far as like compared to the other blue unit because of what it's doing from the EX skill, whatever is buffing. So we'll definitely see how it goes, because if I were to use this strictly in the team, the unicorn right here, because after I just done a massive upgrading, it's just gonna outperform. So I feel like I'm gonna do 2 runnings from the the co-ops. Probably gonna use it on this team because we are gonna be pretty much every unit on this lineup, they are like just on that middle row, so we can definitely get a good reading off that. So as always, I am just gonna record the co-ops first, because any given time right now the iPad is gonna crash my game and we're not gonna have a good time. So other than that, I did bring the new Gundam FF just for the healing, because why not? We always need some healing. The unicorn, this version of it, I don't really have any equips, so I was gonna benchmark this one as well, but I mean, like, do I really have anything to show off? Like, I mean, this one is like, man, this one is so physical. Like, do we even have too many physical in here? No, we need beam, man. No way, no, hold up, that couldn't work actually. That could work. Yeah, we have that. All right. No. All right. We'll slap that on. This one, man. We are just, yeah. I don't have too much equips. Like, I'm just gonna do this. It's not gonna be a good comparison, honestly. It just ain't. Level is not the same because this one is not at least custom 12. The other 3 are custom 12, so we do have a better footing. Oh wait, hold up. Never mind. Hold up. I think. All right, never mind. We can bump this up to custom 12, so we have 3 other comparisons. So it's still not going to be really effective as far as like, oh, like, which one is better, but it's just gonna give you guys a gauge of how good, quote unquote, the Psycommu Zaku is in early games compared to some of the relatively similar releases. So it's not bad. It's definitely good testing. But this one is more like, if you guys are trying to see what is the JP quote unquote meta, like even these team right here, like the units that I have right now, they're pretty much old, but it does give you a better, I guess, perspective of how it looks like. So I'm gonna run the multi-mission, not the multi-mission. I'm gonna run the co-ops, and then we'll see what's going on afterwards.
本気なのか。
Alright, so we just finished, kind of watching how it performs. So overall, the damage I want to say is very comparable if you compare this one directly to Unicorn. I was even surprised, like they're actually neck and neck. But I think quickly you guys can see we do have a problem with the Zaku. So the enemy Unicorn is really targeting on him specifically, so we end up dying. But I think that's actually, really good, because what this unit does is more on the defensive type role, but at the same time it's more like a generic type unit, placing itself in that middle spot. So I think intentionally this unit should be used when you don't really have like a dedicated tank. If I were to have, let's say, the Gundam, the full armored Gundam Thunderbolt on the front, I want to say the Psycommu Zaku probably won't be taking a lot of hits directly like that, because you guys can see the amount of damage I'm taking, like 86k compared to the other one. The other one are taking damage as well, but they're not as much, so that's why we did end up dying. So I think to really reinforce how good, to make the Psycommu Zaku better, you definitely do need to run a healer that has a higher percentage, because my new Gundam FF only have 14% healing, so I probably need to bump up the EXQ gauge so that we can definitely refresh that more rapidly. So I think that's definitely something I will do to help the Zaku out. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty good. We are able to bust out good damage. I guess tanking wise is kind of questionable at the time, because we do need the right setup. Healing wise, we have that, so yeah, no healing obviously. So yeah, the remaining HP, yeah. So I think that's definitely, it's still fairly good, definitely really good, because if we take a look at him, I think throughout we just got spam on a lot for sure. What about, the other one? Not really, right? The red is like I'm taking damage, so yep, this one, not so much either. So yeah, I guess, if you say how good the Psycommu Zaku is, I think it did a job, being more like on that tanky side of the spectrum, definitely did the job right. Yeah, overall pretty good. Like, I'm not even scrolling down like the whole 9 yard, like the whole battle, but just at a quick glance, we did take 4 more attacks than any of the other units, so not bad. So now we'll do the same running, but this time around we will use the kind of like the hyper team. That one is a little bit more, I guess, robust. We just have a lot more in that team, so I might probably change a few things up. Probably won't have a tank in the front, so we can see the same thing and see what is the result. Alright, so we are back in this round. So yeah, you guys can definitely see the, I guess, quote unquote, the newer units. We have the Unicorn, and then we have the newest, or the latest newest one. What is that? So the F91. So Obviously, I think the result is just kind of as expected. Unicorn just plowed through this because I did a master upgrade on the Unicorn, giving the unit enhancement, so obviously it's going to be a lot more better. I think same thing is going to happen for the F91 as well if we do the same type of investment as well. But I feel like for this one, the full Bernier GPO1 and Unicorn relatively perform around the same or a little bit better, because I think the F91 with the sub skill actually gives a little bit boosting the green unit. I think something like that. But let's kind of check out the being attacked. So I think this one Unicorn actually got a little bit beat down. So I think roughly yeah, it's definitely the same. We definitely took a less damage. That's for sure. Okay, but you guys can see that the Psycommu Saku is still around the same. Still the one that's taking the relatively more, right? That's definitely a lot more. So, wow, even the HP regen we didn't do a whole lot. Okay, remaining HP. Okay, but yeah, if you are comparing, let's say, to the current timeline for global, the Psycommu Saku definitely does the job right. It provides you with good damage. It also will kind of be like the tank. So if you don't really have anyone in the front line for you, because I want to recreate the same thing, nothing in the front, only middle slot and then the back slot. So yeah, overall, if you guys did summon on the Psycommu Saku, I don't think it's the worst thing possible, because as far as the global right now, trying to catch up to JP is still going to be a long way to go. So even if you do have Psycommu Saku, it at least will be a very good slot on that blue element team. I don't think it's going to be a straight L even if you summon for it. Hopefully you guys were able to pull it with the free 10 tickets that we gotten via the login and then via completing the missions, because if you guys are able to pull it, that is definitely a big fat W. Even the pilot, you guys are able to get both the pilot and the unit. That is definitely going to be the best complement to just a overall better setup. So other than that, definitely do let me know what is your result using the Psycommu Saku over on the actual global version. Actually the I guess realistically the same specs, right? I think right now is definitely, I wouldn't consider this being the true fair testing, just because I do have things that are not really the same across the board. I try, but obviously it didn't work out. But other than that, hopefully you guys did enjoy watching, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one.